Well, that's it. It is done. It is League One for Luton Town. So many fans are saying, but are these fans saying that? So many Luton podcasts are saying, forget it, it is over, we are garbage. We are going to find out whether this most positive group of Luton fans we've had all year is about to join them. Lewis, who is a fantastic podcaster and has been on this channel many times, has said it's done. League One next season, I don't believe anymore. Awful summer window, too long to get with Edwards. The players don't have it in them to go on a long run of form. So, our question this week, is there any hope for Luton? And also, there's been calls, can't believe we're saying this, for Kaminski to get dropped. Get our panel's view on that. March fixtures, where are the points going to come from? I still think Luton might stay up, and I'll explain why in it when we get to that section. And who would we like personally to see relegated from the division? Delighted to have Mark Crowther, Sam, and Kevin Redemeyer back with us. Thank you for joining us as well on this very, very depressing weeks for Luton. It started against the draw against Plymouth and, of course, ended yesterday against Watford. Mark, we'll ask you about your walk at the end, but let's get into the footballing bit first. Has there been as many bad weeks as Luton that you can remember on record?
I went into the game. I mean, the stats don't lie. Like the away record, 11 games without a win. But derbies are a totally different game. You can be in a worse form, but sometimes the derby can lift you and inspire you, as it did when we beat them. Our 3-0 win against them at home came from nowhere, and I was holding on to that hope. But in reality, there was nothing different to any of the last 14 away games that we haven't won. Yes, you can argue there was marginal should their player been sent off. The penalty, we caused our own downfall and gave the referee a decision to make, but it was soft. But as soon as it went 2-0, there's just a resignation that you just had to listen to them gloating, and it was just like, yeah, it wasn't a great day.
Yeah, obviously we watched it as well, and yeah, I'll be honest, Sam, I struggle to kind of understand whether the players were up for it. The manager's weird comment at the end, they played well for 6 minutes. I mean, I can't even believe that. You would say things
if
like
only a football match
like
lasted
that.
for 6 minutes.
I know, yeah. What was your view on it? I thought you were really poor.
I think Bloomfield has made us worse than under Edwards, which is quite impressive, to be honest. But yeah, it's not looking good. The most problem is the players have lost all of the fight in them. I've seen this screenshot of Isaiah Jones in the Watford half and running into the box. There's 5 Watford players closing him down. You can't see a Luton player on that frame because they're just the whole point of working in a team. They have completely forgotten. It's just individuals who are stropping around, moaning. I'm sick of seeing Morris go to the ground to ask for a foul and doing nothing. It's just completely, it's just depressing at the moment.
Yeah, let's try and keep it upbeat. We're going to struggle though. Kevin Kieran says the season is now done. Relegation is all but confirmed. Playing like that, a new manager yet to get any results. I hope the happy clappers have enjoyed this one. Double relegation is disgusting, and the board have a lot to answer for. Kevin, you are along with... Oops, I've pressed the wrong button there. Sorry, Sam. Kevin, you along with Mark and Sam are some of those positive Luton fans that I've met. Are even you now starting to doubt this is going to go in your favour?
I think there's been doubt for a while, and I think we're in a difficult position as well. If people are positive, then people call it happy clappers and people say it's unrealistic. But 36 points to play for is a lot of points, though. There's also been a lot of positives, and I think we do need to mention the positive. Izzy Jones was absolutely brilliant on Sunday, yesterday. The only problem is they're not consistent, in my opinion, and that comes with a lack of confidence. If Izzy's on or the forwards are even good on the day, then the defense is letting us down. If the defense is solid, then we're not putting the ball in the net. We're just not having that 11-man consistency. I don't believe it's all doom and gloom. It's not looking good. And I think at this point, this is the first time that everyone is agreeing that with our fixtures to come, with our bad away record, and with us not getting the points at home, we are going to struggle. There's no doubt about it. At some point, you can't deny it anymore. However, 36 points is a lot of points. And I'm sure we'll get into where we can get the points just now.
Yeah, we'll have a look at March in a second. Mark, there's been some suggestions from some people that the only way you can stay up now is to get rid of Bloomfield and go and get a Warnock, Allardyce type kind of manager who's just going to come in and do a job for 12 games. Is there anything from you that suggests that's the route that you would want to go down?
I mean, I respect everyone's has their opinion, and I don't expect everyone to agree with me, but I just think that's ridiculous. He's had 8 games. He's had a transfer window. And yes, we haven't won under him, but it just proves that it wasn't all Rob Edwards when we weren't getting the results before. And I don't know what he's expecting. I mean, the worrying thing is we've not seen the same problems are there that were there for Rob. The creating, like the scoring goals. I think the stats just jump out at you. But I think to say get rid of him after 8 games, we don't make knee-jerk reactions, and they've brought him in for the long haul. I always said that it needs 2 or 3 transfer windows, and if we go down, then the likes of Alfie Doherty and Kaminski, and we'll lose the quality that we have already. So it doesn't solve anything. I think it's an easy thing to say, I'll just get rid of the manager, when I don't think it's just, he's got to be given time. And 8 games, I mean, Watford might sack managers after 8 games, but we don't.
Okay. Let's talk about Kaminski then, shall we? As you raised him, Sam. Lewis is back again here saying he was number 2 at Blackburn for a reason. He needs to go in the summer. Defenders don't trust him. We can't even trust him when playing the ball back as he kicks it out of the stadium. Shot stopping isn't enough to keep him at the club, and even some were suggesting actually he gets dropped for the next game against Portsmouth. Oops, sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. What's your view on Kaminski? We've praised him a lot at the start of the season.
Yeah, he's starting to regress, but I think the entire team is regressing. I think there is problems for the future. I think next season you could argue we need to bring a new, younger keeper in, and his overall game as a keeper, he's great at shot stopping, and sometimes he can keep us in games, but he loses us possession of the ball so much of his kicking, and also he's the commander of the box. There's so many headers which are conceded because he doesn't often come off with his line. So I think that is a bit of a problem in the long term, but I'm not sure I would drop him yet. I think it should disrupt the team a bit. The team is already disrupted, but I think I would probably keep him in. I don't think Shea or Krul would do much better in the summer. Yeah, if we look for a replacement.
Kevin, do you agree?
Well, look, he was probably our best player of the year last year in the Premier League. Stopped unbelievable goals. And Sam is 100% correct. Who are we going to stop him for? Krul's played probably 1 game in the last season and a half. She has been out injured, hasn't played. And Kaminski is brilliant. I think that we would have given a hell of a lot more goals over the last 5 matches if it wasn't for his stoppages and his great saves. Yes, he's not commanding the box 100%. Yes, he's not confident coming out, getting that ball, calling for the ball. But he's also playing with different defenders the whole time. And I think, once again, Anderson being in the back this time confused him a bit. It would have been a little bit different if we had guys which are more senior there that takes control of the situation. We expect that from our goalkeeper. He hasn't doing it. Once again, it's just a confidence thing. He's in 50-50. Does he come out? Does he not come out? I still think he's a brilliant player, and there's no ways we can drop him at this point.
Okay. There's a couple more here, which, Mark, I'm tempted not to show you because it might make you angry, but we'll go through it anyway.
I've done angry for the last week.
Oh, okay, right, okay. Josh here says Doughty is the most laziest player about. Grant says Morris and Adebayo need to go next season because if the club are putting their hopes on those two to get the goals to take us back up, then we are doomed. Where do you stand on Doherty and Morris as well? Because there were lots of people saying, "Look, I'm tired of him."
It's not very often I'm speechless, but to call Doherty that quote about Doherty, I am speechless now. I found something that has been
Thought
said
you might be, yeah.
made me speechless. I mean, the energy he's probably got the most difficult job in that he's got to run that line, but then he's also got to support that left-hand side, and left-hand side has been the problem side when Bell's been injured. You've only got to look at the chances created the time he was out, and when he came back, Oxford, we just look a completely different side with him in the side, and like I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I just can't really understand how anyone would think Doherty's that comment about Doherty. I mean, I also, with regards to the strikers, I just think my take on it is that they're probably getting 1 or 2 chances maximum a game, and it's not like they get loads and that another one will be coming along any minute. And Morris is just basically trying to hold the ball up, and quite often there isn't the support there for him to create. I mean, I'm a big fan of Morris in that, yes, obviously what happened to Tom and he took over the captaincy, but a lot will disagree with me, but I would always rotate them based on having Morris there, whether we play Brown or whether new guys don't seem quite encouraging signs. But I think you've got to look at this season in isolation. What will be next season, and then it will be a reset. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay. Right, we said at the start of the video we share why I think Luton aren't done yet, and that's because you have 7 games of this 12, which I think are all winnable. And if you can just get some confidence going and find this route to goal, there are 4 games against 4 teams in particular that have been terrible on the road. Portsmouth this weekend, Borough, Blackburn and Bristol City. Whilst they might be high in the league, their away forms are shocking. So there's 4 games there. Plus trips to Cardiff, Stoke and Derby, who by the time you play some of them may already be safe themselves in Stoke. So, Sam, this is not done yet, is it? I'm trying to be optimistic, although I've got to say I posted that on Twitter and got a load of abuse from Luton fans saying clearly you've not been watching us.
The way we've been playing, I mean, we've had easy fixtures the last few, not necessarily all the last few games, but we had, I think, Oxford it was, and then 2 home games. Oxford away and then 2 home games. There were 3 easy fixtures and we got 1 point from 9 out of them. So I don't think the fixtures really matter. We're playing that bad that I think any team in the league can disband to us at the moment.
Okay.
I'm hoping at some point Bloomfield put some kind of imprint on the team, but in these 8 games, there's nothing to suggest that we're going to change how we play at all.
Okay. Right, here we go. Let's go through March then. Kevin, you're going to beat Portsmouth on Saturday, yes?
Once again, it's a tough... We've got Portsmouth at the wrong time. They've won their last 3 matches. They've drew against Burnley, so that's 3 wins and a draw against tough opposition. It's not going to be easy. Our home form is also not that great anyway. Like you say, anything can happen. Hopefully we can start getting on a bit of a run there, because Burnley, they haven't conceded a goal in over 1,000.
Yeah, we won't count Burnley in this. Yeah, I think beat Portsmouth, draw at Cardiff, beat Middlesbrough, draw at Luton. That's 8 points. Come on, we can do that.
I think we can get more than that. We're going to go on a bit of a run. We haven't gone on a run yet this year. I think the run is going to start now.
Okay. Mark, Pompey is a must-win, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, everyone talks about must-win games, but it is. And I it was interesting you highlighted Blackburn and Middlesbrough. So just an interesting stat for you. When we've had a 3-game week, the third game, we've lost 9 out of 9. And Middlesbrough and Blackburn both fall on 3-game weeks, and they're the third game of the week. So
okay, brilliant. I love that. I love how you've been positive all year. At the point where I'm asking you to be positive, you've all failed me miserably. Right? Okay. All right. A little bit of fun towards the end of the video. It's been a tough week for Luton. Let's have a smile now. We've asked every single Championship club this week, which team would you like to relegate? Which fan base have you had enough of? Sadly, Luton has come out from out the mouths of quite a number of clubs. It wouldn't surprise you to know, simply because, I mean, we've heard lots of fans just say I think it'd be funny for a double relegation, which obviously is not funny for you guys. Who would you like to see the back of, Sam, if you could choose?
I think Stoke. I think they're really badly run, and them being so badly run at some point deserves a relegation.
Okay, Kevin?
I was going to say Stoke as well, especially with the whole Nathan Jones history and the drama that happened there between their club and our club and the supporters. However, listening to Connor and Sam 25 minutes ago, wishing us the worst of luck, thinking it'll be funny, I wouldn't mind Oxford to go down. It would also be grating whether Portsmouth, Derby or Oxford stay into the Championship and we go down to League One, knowing that we were Premier League last year and them League number 1. That would be a little bit sad. So Oxford would be my pick, seeing that Stoke's taken away.
Okay. Mark?
I presume I'm not allowed to say Watford, am I?
No, they're not going to go down.
Well, it wasn't who we thought would go down; it's who we
That's
wanted.
right. Yeah, who you want to go down. Okay, all right.
But no, I'm on the same page as the Stoke. That just the way that they go through managers and and they were another team that came down from the Premier League and thought they would go straight back up. I'm not saying we thought we'd go straight back up, but it'd probably be them or them look down the road. But yeah, no, it's interesting take on who we think will go down and who you want to go down, but actually will never have got no chance of that happening, basically. But hopefully the people that want us down, there is light. I'm trying to be positive now. There is
good
light at the end of the tunnel, and because Carlton said, just stick with us and we're all in this together and we need to fight together.
I said every week.
Yeah, that's every week. But like you say, it is must win. I mean, we're 5 points adrift now. Teams are picking points up, and if we don't find these wins soon, then
I'll be surprised if we win another game all season. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I don't.
No, Sam. Come on.
No, don't say that. It's like I've just travelled all over the country all season. I just want to see us win away.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Guarantee. Might be too late for it, but it will happen. Right. Thank you very much. It's been a difficult week, and it's always horrible to come on and talk after such a disappointing Derby result as that as well. But we still won the Derby 3-2 on aggregate, didn't you? You can have that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't after that, so right. we'll cling on to small victories.
Brilliant. Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop us a like and subscribe. If you haven't yet done so already, very close now to 200 subscribers. That'd be great. If you can help us push over that line. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mark. Enjoy the game against Pompey. We'll be back in 7 days to see how it's gone. Good luck.